So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The idea is very simple. We want you to revise your current affairs because current affairs form a very important portion of your prelims examination. Around 40 to 50% of the MCQs are directly or indirectly related to current affairs. Therefore, you cannot ignore this portion for your prelims examination. And what better way to revise your current affairs than by getting the much needed MCQ practice on a daily basis? So through this lecture series, you will be practicing 4 to 5 MCQs on a daily basis. But if you're consistent with this lecture series, then these 4 to 5 MCQs would add up to more than 1200 MCQs from the topic of current affairs alone. Therefore, you don't have to worry about your prelims examination as far as current affairs are concerned if you're consistent and regular with this lecture series. So make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. Make it a daily habit of yours. Anyways, let's begin today's discussion starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding ancient Vikramshila University. It was established by King Bhoja of Parmar dynasty in 9th century CE. Okay. It specialized in Buddhist Tantra philosophy, grammar, metaphysics, logic, occult studies. It was India's most distinguished Mahavihara with an advanced library and cooling system to preserve the manuscripts. Okay. Now, ancient Indian history is, well, quite bright and dynamic. What do I mean by that? Well, the thing is that ancient India actually had many centers of learning, which can be called universities in today's parlance. Okay, many global scholars from around the world used to visit those universities. One university is Takshashila or Taxila, which is now in Pakistan. The other university is Nalanda University, again a Buddhist university, Buddhist center of learning, and Vikramshila. Now, Nalanda and Vikramshila both are in Bihar. Now, to revive the tradition of this ancient Nalanda University, 10 years back, Bihar government revived Nalanda University and made it a central university. Now, Bihar government is planning the same for Vikramshila University. Currently, Vikramshila is in ruins, okay? But now Vikramshila University is being revived and a new central university is being placed here. Clear? That is why Vikramshila University was in the news, and that is why we need to know about its history. Okay. Now, Vikramshila University was established not by King Bhoj of Parmar dynasty. It was established by King Dharampal of Pala dynasty. King Dharampal of Pala dynasty from 8th to 9th century CE. Okay, so first statement is false. Now look, Buddhism, it was a big Buddhist center of learning. Okay, like Nalanda, Vikramshila was also a Buddhist center of learning. But apart from teaching Buddhist religious teachings, it also taught secular subjects. Okay, now Vikramshila University was famous for, or basically it was a major center of Vajrayana Buddhism. As you all know this, that Buddhism has three sects: Vajrayana, Mahayana, and Heenyana or Theravada. Now, the tantric form of Buddhism is Vajrayana Buddhism, which is also practiced in Tibet. Vikramshila University was famous for Vajrayana sect of Buddhism. Okay, though it allowed Mahayana Theravada Buddhists also, Buddhist scholars also, but it specialized in Tantra, philosophy, grammar, metaphysics. This part is correct. Now, it had basically all the Buddhist monks. Well, Vikramshila University also had hostel facilities for all these monks, Buddhist monks, religious scholars, right? Now, these hostels were known as viharas. So, it was one of India's most distinguished Mahavihara, big hostel where all religious scholars can stay with an advanced library, and it had a cooling system for the library so that the manuscripts can be preserved. So, this part is also correct. Only two statements are correct. The answer is B. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct regarding technical textiles? National Technical Textile Mission was launched in 2020 by Ministry of Textiles with a total budgetary outlay of 1480 crores. Great scheme by government provides internship support to youth in technical textile sector for skill development. Okay. More than aesthetics, technical textiles focus on specific functions and performance. Now, the thing is, what are technical textiles? So, technical textiles are those textiles which are not for looking good. Okay, these are not textiles which are worn by normal people in regular day to day life. These are textiles for specific functions. For example, bulletproof jackets. Okay, this is a form of technical textile. Fireproof suits. Okay, suits worn by astronauts. These textiles have specific functions. They're not here for beautification, fashion, or anything. They are here for specific functions. Now, these type of textiles require good R&D, innovation, scientific knowledge. Hence, they are called technical textiles. So, third statement is correct. More than looks, aesthetics, technical textiles focus on specific functions and performance. Now, to promote to promote technical textiles in India and to promote export of technical textiles from India, National Technical Textile Mission was launched in 2020 by Ministry of Textiles with total budgetary outlay of 1480 crores. This part is correct. Now, apart from NTTM, government has launched various other schemes also to promote technical textiles. One is GIST scheme. GIST scheme is basically a scheme to provide internship to youth in different technical textile companies so that their skills are developed. Okay, so for skill development, GIST scheme is there, and to promote startups, GREAT scheme is there. So GREAT scheme by government provides internship support. No, that is GIST. GREAT scheme provides support to entrepreneurs. So this statement is false. 1 and 3 only. The answer is C. Question 3. Consider the following regarding textile sector of India. India is the second largest exporter of textiles globally with a 3.9% share in world textile exports. Textile sector contributes nearly 2% of India's GDP and directly employs more than 45 million people. Indian textile sector is set to reach 300 billion value by 2030. Now look, India has a dominant textile sector. Okay, we have a really dominant textile sector. India's textile sector is quite big. It contributes nearly 2% of India's GDP. That is true. And it directly employs more than 45 million people or 4.45 crore people. So this statement is correct. And it is said that India's textile sector is set to grow further to reach 300 billion value by 2030. This part is also correct. Now, India is also a major exporter of textiles. In fact, global exports, as far as total exports of textiles in the world are concerned, India has a 3.9% share. But with this 3.9% share, India becomes the sixth largest exporter of textiles, not second largest. Okay, there are many textile exporters. There are many, 5 countries basically who are better than India as far as exports are concerned. So first statement is false. The answer is 2 and 3, D. And last, which of the following statements are correct regarding Nag missile system? It is a third generation fire and forget anti-tank guided missile system designed for the Indian Army by DRDO. It locks onto targets using imaging infrared seeker. Mounted on Namika, Nag missile carrier for greater mobility. Its helicopter version is called Helena. Okay. So basically, Nag missile is an anti-tank missile. Okay, it is used to destroy tanks. Now, the third generation of Nag missile, which basically has the capability of locking onto the target by itself. You just have to fire it and it will search its target on its own, right? That is why it is known as fire and forget. The third version of this Nag missile is NAMIS, Nag missile system. It is a third generation fire and forget ATGM, designed by DRDO for Indian Army. This part is correct. Now, it locks onto targets automatically, okay, using imaging infrared seeker. This part is also correct. Now, the thing is, this missile can be only launched from a particular type of truck. Okay, that truck is known as Namika, Nag missile carrier. So this part is correct. Now, Nag missile can also be fired from helicopters. Okay, but for that it needs to be upgraded a little. Helicopters. Okay, so the helicopter version of Nag missile is Helena. Helicopter version of Nag missile. Basically, you can fire this missile and destroy tanks. So its helicopter version is Helena. Why? Well, Heli means helicopter and Na means Nag. So Helena missile is the helicopter version. Absolutely correct. All statements are correct. The answer is D. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. But it would add more value if you revise this lecture as well. And by revision, I mean spending another 5 to 10 minutes taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. Now, these solutions are provided in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram platform. The link to our Telegram platform is provided in the comment section below. You just have to click on that link. It'll take you to our Telegram channel, and from there you can download the notes for this lecture and do the necessary revision. And on that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.